Hi, everybody. This is Keiko. How are you? Today, this is my first attempt. I like to interview my wonderful friend, and he is a powerful spiritual teacher and a powerful spiritual energy healer. His name is Dan Marchini. Hi, Dan.
How are you, Keiko?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Really good.
So this is my very first time I'm interviewing wonderful people, wonderful person, which is you. You are the first guest for my channel.
Good, I'm
And
honored.
so this is like open topic, as long as it's a spiritual topic and something to do with ascension, healing, spiritual development, and advancement. So we can talk about anything. And so first of all, please introduce briefly about yourself.
My name is Dan Marchini. I live in California. I just turned 53.
Oh, yay.
So I've been really working on energy stuff for probably a total of 7 years starting, but really the last year and a half or 2 years, things have really changed for me. So meeting a lot of new people and a lot of interesting healers and really enjoying the journey and trying to just see where it takes me tomorrow.
Okay, Dan. And so what made you, what awakened you spiritually, I would say, about 7 years ago?
I was having a lot of neck and shoulder pain, and I couldn't seem to find what was wrong with me. So I went to a lot of doctors, and they all couldn't find anything wrong. And the muscles in my right shoulder were really weak, and I had a couple of shoulder surgeries and played a lot of baseball when I was younger. So I was having a lot of problems. It just kept getting worse and worse until I finally had to take a look at myself and take a look at the possibility that it was me, and then maybe stress or something else was causing it. And as I started to look at other options rather than just something outside of me, and then that just really started the process. And then my mother is trained in psychology, so I started talking to her, and then both of us started on kind of a journey of self-discovery, and went to massage and acupuncture, and got into Reiki and got into the emotion code and the body code. And then I went to a craniosacral practitioner to work on my neck and shoulder, and she has some spiritual psychic abilities, and she put her hands by my head, and a few minutes later told me that I wasn't there to work on my neck and shoulder, that she was supposed to help me find my gifts and my spiritual healing tools and teach me how to be a healer. And that's why I was there, not for neck and shoulder work. So I started going to her every week, and she started teaching me, and she started learning and started reading books and off and on different things. I already knew about Reiki and had already done that, and pranic healing. I had learned how to do that, and then also the emotion and body code, which is Brad Nelson's techniques. So I had an idea, but I didn't know exactly where it was going to take me. And so now it's kind of turned into what I do now, is what you know is what I do, is work with you at a soul level, and at all levels, really, all energetic levels of body, the energy fields, soul, wherever, to try to help you remember who you really are, and let go of all the things that really don't belong to us, all the clutter, all the belief systems, all the trapped emotions, all the energies that are keeping us from being who we really are. So
wow, that's an amazing story. So basically, your higher self or spirit gave you that neck and shoulder pain to you to be guided to this lady, this woman.
Yeah, because I just kept ignoring whatever I was supposed to be doing until it got so bad that I couldn't take it anymore. So that's kind of the way it works. we set it up ourselves so that we figure out a way that we're going to pay attention, and then we, create the pain or the misery that we can't stand anymore. Then we take a look at ourselves.
That is amazing story. Thank you so much for sharing with us. And what I've known about you is that you have the really psychic gift. You have the ability to feel people's unbalance and like negative energies or blockages, or even so spiritual communities right now. These alien implants are big things. If you, I think you have heard about this. And I will call that you can also remove, so to speak, alien implants.
Yeah.
Basically, it's the energy blockages, your traumas or any negativity.
Yep. That's funny noise, huh?
Oh,
I don't know what that is.
What?
Getting a message?
I am sorry, somebody is trying to join the meet.
Huh, weird.
I don't know. But okay, Dan. Okay, continue to my question. So, what would you say? Have you been always intuitive and psychic from like early childhood, or it was developed later on in your stage of your life?
I think when I was young that I was, and that I, was told by the adults that it's just my imagination. And then so over a period of time, you just start to ignore it because you don't understand it. Nobody else listens. So then you go through your, teenage years, and you're busy, going to school and playing sports. And then you get out of college and you get a job and you do all those kind of things. But eventually you're going to have to come back to who you really are. And, I started that about, my early 40s, trying to, really trying to, I just couldn't stop. I just couldn't keep being someone else anymore. I had to, the pain was just getting too much, and the information coming to me, and I just had to start remembering and trying to figure out who I was, really.
I see. So who you are is basically like powerful. Like here, you are here to heal people, support people, help humanity. That's what you would say about yourself?
Not sure what it seems like, because it sure seems to be what I'm interested in doing and what I have energy for, and I seem to be good at it. So yeah, so I came back here with that purpose, to help people remember who they really are and why they're really here. And a lot of information right now about the Earth ascension, and there's a lot of us here trying to help raise the vibration here to raise the Earth back up. And that's part of it, along with, everybody else's individual goals of being higher consciousness and remembering who they are. So, there's plenty of work to do.
That's exactly, I resonate with that, and I absolutely agree. So, all right, then I'm interested in asking you this, and probably a lot of people are also interested in right now. So people like to actually awaken their spiritual abilities, psychic abilities up these days. So what would you say to a person who is desperately trying to remember their psychic, forgotten abilities, or opening third eye, or like spiritual senses, like clairs? What would you say to that person?
The most important thing to remember is that you chose all of this. So whatever's happening for you is what you've created, and it can be changed in any way you want. So to pay attention to what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, what you're hearing, seeing, whatever, will give you clues to what's going on for you. So when you do that, when you meditate or just close your eyes and take deep breaths, whatever brings you back to yourself is where you start. And then be open to any possibility out there, because, we're infinite beings, and we've made a lot of decisions and choices, and set things up for ourselves in certain ways that will help get us to where we want to go. Some things are not pleasant. like the pain in my neck and shoulder to get me to go where I want to go. But you can't judge that as a negative thing. It's a positive thing to guide you on your true path. So if you can pay attention to what's going on for you, not judge it, and allow it to be exactly what it is, with the belief that I did this and I created it and I can change it and create something new anytime I want, then that allows you to then move more towards who you really are. And then it starts to expand and starts to move faster, and you get more information, then you get more understanding and more consciousness, raise your vibration, access more information, and it just starts to snowball. Really, in the last year and a half for me, things have changed so rapidly that, when people ask me what I'm doing now, I say, well, what I was doing yesterday was this, but tomorrow it might be something different. So there's so much information coming in available to us that I just have to be open to any possibility. And you mentioned the implants and those kind of things. Anything's possible. Remember, you have to consider yourself as a God that can create any possibility out of energy. So don't dismiss anything.
I see. So, but your shoulder and neck pain has been completely healed, right?
Yeah. And now when something needs to be addressed that I'm not paying attention to, it hurts again. And I go, okay, wait a minute. I got to take a look at something. I go in and work on that immediately, and then it goes away.
Okay. For your case, it's
for my case.
The spirit spirit can show you, spirit tell you by giving you the neck and shoulder pain.
Yeah, I get my own attention with it, right?
Right, but it will be all different for each individual.
Sure.
So for example, to my case, the spirit wanna show me something, tell me something. I might have a headache, or I might have depression.
Yeah.
I might have like tingling in my hands or fingers.
Sure, exactly.
Right?
Or you might hear something, or you might see something, right? For me, I feel things, and so it's all feeling stuff. Hang on 1 second. I got another call. Hang on. Hey, Joe. Okay, great. You called Lewis? Thanks a lot, Joe. Appreciate it. All right, bye. Okay, all good to go.
Okay, you are always busy. That's live.
Yeah.
That is live.
Still got to live your life, right?
I know, but that's amazing. So, okay, and maybe we don't have time today, but I would like Dan to actually do the live session with me, maybe next podcast interview.
Sure.
Would you do that with me?
Definitely.
And I like Dan to tell you guys, tell me what he feels, what he sees in me, or what I need, what I need to be, I need to address, or what needs to be addressed and be healed. So would you do that with me?
Sure, that'd be great.
Great. So, okay, do you still have time, or maybe we should end this very brief short?
I'm good. About maybe 15 more minutes.
15 more minutes. Okay, let's do it. All right. So, okay. So you just came out of the woodwork. So maybe a year and a half ago, and people started recognizing your ability, healing power, and you yourself started recognizing your own power, inner power.
Yes.
Is that what you told us?
Yeah, I really started out doing, like I said, the motion code, body code. Then I got into the pranic healing, then the Reiki. But each time kind of was, this is okay, but it's not as big as I want it to be. And then I met Abby, and then we did a little bit of work, and then I really just started to look into myself and pay attention to what was I feeling, right? Why was my leg hurting, or why was my neck hurting, or why did I feel overwhelmed, or why did I, and then I started to be able to look underneath it. And then I realized that, wow, I could follow it down layer by layer until I found kind of the root of where it started. And then and then I could literally experience that moment in time when this kind of started, and where I added stuff to it. And then I could, once I experienced it, I realized, wow, once I experienced it, the whole energy shifted, and then it would, change back to harmony. And so I was like, wow, if I can do that on me, I wonder if I could do that for somebody else. And then I would connect with somebody else energetically, and I would do the same exact thing, work my way down through their process. And I would feel, so I would notice that, wow, why does your chest hurt? Or why does your arm hurt? And then I would realize, okay, underneath that is some kind of emotion like shame. And then when I'd realize it was shame, then I would start to look underneath it, and then I could work my way down to a time in the past, maybe this lifetime or another lifetime, where I felt shame, or they felt shame, and they couldn't deal with it at the time, so it got stuck. And then since then, they've been trying to complete this process of experiencing the shame they needed to at the time. And once we can go back with them at a soul level, experience it, the whole energy shifts back to harmony, and it's over. And then it doesn't affect us going forward anymore.
So you say that you are a feeler, you feel.
I feel it.
Do you also see in your vision?
I see in the vision what is important that goes along with the feeling, right? So if they need to show me something, the spirits, then they show me. But sometimes I don't need to show. I just know that it's shame, or I just know that it's this, and then it can be shifted.
So from my experiences with you, you walked with me a couple of times, and from what I perceive, how you do it, you even say it was a past life. It was when. Mm-hmm. So how can you determine whether it's a past life or present life, or like how many lifetimes ago? So it seems like you even can tell. You even know.
Yeah, the how I started to notice was the way I set it up so that I would know was that if I'm working on a past life, it feels to my left. If I'm working on a future life, it feels like it's going to my right. If I'm at the present moment, I'm right in the middle, balanced. So what it kind of looks like is layers going backwards. And so if it's a long time ago, then it looks far away. If it's in the future a long time, it looks far away, and then it gives me a reference point. It's just a reference point because it's all happening simultaneously, really, and it's not really past or present, right? And many of these lifetimes we're seeing as past lifetimes aren't even our lifetimes. They're these kind of overlays that we've grabbed onto before we came here, and that belong to somebody that's old history that we just took out of the Akashic records when we came. So that we needed that information to kind of assimilate into the earth, and so we grabbed onto it. So now it doesn't serve us anymore. Maybe it helped me when I was 6 years old to become a teenager and grow, and I needed that kind of history. But now at 53, maybe I don't need it anymore, and I let it go.
Right? I see. So, okay, my question is, okay, what would you think that some people, some healers, some spiritual people, they don't believe in instant healing or complete healings. Some people believe that even if you or a healer or any practitioners heal some lifetime or some ailment in your body or emotional body, but some people say that it will come back, over and over, and you even if you feel like you are temporarily being healed, but soon after, like you will have the same symptoms. You will feel same ailment in the body or emotional body. So what would you say about those recurring unbalance?
Definitely. Well, like I said, I went to massage therapists, and I went to acupuncturists, and I went to a lot of different modalities. And always the problem was I felt good for 1 or 2 days, and then I would go right back.
Okay.
The reason why I don't do any of those anymore is because in order for you to truly heal, you have to heal yourself. It has to be your choice. And like I said, and we've worked together, I go to to you at your soul level, and I work with you, and I ask you what you want to do. And I show you what the decisions you've made and maybe why. And then I say, are you ready to change them? And then when you say, yes, you're ready to change them, then you can change them instantly. I don't change them. I can shift the energy for you, but if you want it the other way, then you're going to put it back the other way, right? So it has to be you making the change. It has to be you making the decision. It has to be you making the choices. All I'm doing is helping you remember that you have that ability, and sometimes it takes more than 2 or 3 sessions. Sometimes some people can get it the first time. Some people need to let go of a lot of stuff with help first. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's been a long time since we remembered that we could do this, right? It's hard to look at ourselves and go, wait a minute, I'm God and I can do anything I want, right? But it's hard for us to buy in. So it takes time. So I'm here to help as long as it takes until you remember that you can do all this yourself. And that's what I had to do, remember for myself.
Basically, what you were saying, what it is that we all have to believe in ourselves, and we all have to actually stop depending on others to change you, others to heal you.
That's exactly right.
Choose to be healed.
We are like this because we chose to be like this, and we can choose to not be like this. But it's our responsibility, and we have to take it. Now we can read books and we can go to other healers to help remind us of possibilities of how we might be able to do it. But each person is different. We have similarities, but where it becomes all similar between everybody is it's all energy. If I want to take the energy and I want to make it a knot in my neck, I can do that. If I want to take the energy in my neck that I made into a knot and take it out, I can do that, right? But it's my choice. I can't blame the doctor, and I can't blame Bob, and I can't blame food, and I can't blame anything else. It's me. All of it is me. I did it for a reason, and now I can do it, make a different choice if I want to.
I remember, Dan, you also told me that you actually heal yourself about of some type of food allergy.
Uh-huh.
So would you want to share with everybody here?
Well, once I realized I had a lot of allergies, hay fever. I couldn't eat wheat very much. It bothered me, and a couple other things. But once I realized that, wait a minute, it's me that's reacting negatively to the wheat, let's say, right? Wheat is just being wheat. It's always the same energy, right? Or bread, or tuna fish, or pollen in the air. It's being what it's supposed to be, what we created it to be. If we're reacting negatively to it, it's because we did that. We are out of harmony with it. So we need to change ourselves and shift our energies so that we don't react negatively to it. It's us. It's always us.
So you are no longer affected by those food that you used to be allergic to?
Nope, no more.
That's something that we might want to talk about in the future too. A lot of people are allergic to a lot of things right now. People are talking about pesticide, people are talking about GMO, people are talking about chemtrail, or the toxins, fluoride in the water. Maybe
it's all in our heads. We made it all up. It's just a story that we've bought into, and we can stop.
But for example, I don't drink tap water, fluoridated water. So even if you drink the tap water, would you say that people are talking about fluoridated water is gonna calcify your pineal gland and it's gonna be toxic to your body? Would your power of mind, power of belief, would you say you can even drink tap water daily and still maintain your almost perfect health?
Sure. Yeah, definitely. And if you want fluoride to affect you, then it will, right? But how can it be that thousands of people drink tap water every day and they don't have a problem with the pineal gland? That's you, right? If you have a problem with your pineal gland and you have a problem with fluoride, that's your problem, and you can change that, right? And if enough people start believing something, then it becomes true, right? So if you start telling people you can get cancer and you can use it to your benefit, then people will start getting cancer, right? So you say, why would it be a benefit to get cancer? Well, let's say that I want to stop my job because I can't take it anymore, and I need to get out of there. So guess what? I get sick. Now I don't have to do my job, right? Or let's say that I'm tired of being on Earth, and I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go back up to the heavens or the ethers. I can get cancer and I can die, and nobody will blame me. Nobody will be mad at me, right? But if I go, hey, Keiko, you know what? I'm tired of being on Earth. I'm leaving tomorrow. Goodbye. You'll go, no, don't leave. I don't want you to leave, right? Stay. But if I'm dying of cancer, you go, okay, well, we have to let him go, right? So see how that would benefit us, right?
So
Having allergies benefited me because when I had an allergy attack, I got to stay home from school and I could rest. So probably maybe I was getting tired and I needed to rest. So I said, oh, allergies. And then I got to lay on the couch for 2 days, right? See how it benefits me? So as long as you take responsibility, then you're fine. If I want to have a pineal gland problem because I drink fluoride and it gives me an excuse to do something else, then that's perfectly fine, right? I don't judge that. That's your choice. If you want to get cancer, if you want to have arthritis, if you want to have an allergy to wheat, that's your choice. You made that choice for whatever reason. And if it doesn't serve you anymore, like wheat allergies and hay fever didn't serve me anymore, then toss it out like the trash.
very, very interesting conversation, Dan.
Yeah.
So you are not advocate of eating organic food, healthy food, non-processed food.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with any of that. I don't eat a lot of processed foods and I don't eat a lot of organic foods, but that's just my choice. But I'm in harmony with that, right? So if you can be in harmony with eating whatever you want, then be in harmony. If you have a problem with it, don't look at the food, look at yourself.
Wow, it's very, very different from majority of spiritual people's conversations.
That's right. You can't blame anybody else. It's only you, right? Now look, if you feel better about eating organic food, then eat it. That's fine too. There's no problem there. There doesn't need to be any judgment one way or the other, right? But don't judge the other food bad. Just choose this food, right? I like vanilla ice cream, but chocolate's not bad. So I don't walk around telling everybody don't eat chocolate ice cream because I like vanilla, right? It's your choice.
So can I ask you a question, Dan, then? So
Uh-huh.
basically what you are telling me is that it's all your choice, all up to us. And if you decide to live healthy, long, happy, healthy, long life in this planet right now,
Uh-huh.
if you want to live up to 100 years old, still eating processed food, non-organic food, drinking tap water regularly, would you still maintain until 100 years of age? Would you say that? Would you believe that?
Well, if that's what you choose, but here's what really happens, okay? As I choose to take care of myself spiritually, what happens is you naturally start to take care of yourself physically. So guess what happens? Just because your body says, I don't want processed foods, I start eating more vegetables naturally, right? And just because my body says, or my spiritual belief says, well, I want to be happier, then I stop drinking sodas maybe, right? But it's a choice, right? So if I think, oh, there's no way that I can get through my day without coffee, well, guess what? You'll keep drinking coffee, right? If I think there's no reason I have to have coffee to get through my day, I can drink water, right? Then I drink water and I go through the day. But all of it is in harmony, right? You can find a person that's 99 years old and they smoked every day of their life. Why? Because they're in harmony with smoking, right? And then you can find the next guy that doesn't, right? That guy died at 55 of lung cancer because he never got past the shame or the fear that he was going to die from cancer. And so he died from cancer because that's what he manifested, right? Does that make sense?
Yes, every second.
So remember, today maybe I don't drink coffee, but today maybe I need coffee, but tomorrow maybe I don't. And then when I don't need it anymore to be okay about myself, when I'm okay about myself without it, then I stop drinking it just because I don't want it anymore, right?
But as long as a cup of coffee makes you happy, just go ahead, right?
As long as you're in harmony with it. I expect that this coffee is going to make me exactly what I'm expecting. I'm going to drink it because I like it, and I'm going to enjoy it, and I'm going to believe that it's love because I feel like it's love, and it's not going to harm me one bit.
So maybe we should start eating vanilla ice cream every day.
You can.
Love from heaven.
I'll put it like this. When I was in high school and I was playing football and baseball and all the sports, every day I'd go home from school and I'd eat like crazy, right? And then I would eat dinner, and then I would have ice cream after dinner, right? Now I'm 53 years old and I don't work out like, right? I never gained weight. I slept good. I looked good. I was perfect, right?
You look like you are working out every day.
Right. Now I'm 53 and I eat ice cream once a month. Not because I don't love ice cream anymore, just because that's kind of the way it worked out, right? I have it once a month if I think about it, but I'm not thinking about it all the time because I'm not hungry all the time, and I'm not, right? I don't need ice cream to make me happy.
Right.
I'm happy when I eat ice cream, but I'm also happy when I'm not eating ice cream.
Right. You are happy naturally.
That's exactly right. So then I don't need anything. Now it's my choice. If I choose to have ice cream or choose to have cake or choose to have a carrot, it's my choice and I'm in harmony with it and it's fine. Does that make sense?
Yes. Beautiful. Beautifully said. Beautifully stated. So maybe we should end this interview for today.
Sounds good.
Actually, we've been working for past 30 minutes. How this video recording is gonna, I was trying to figure out how this Zoom recording is gonna work.
Yeah.
And I wasted Dan's very valuable 30 minutes of time, but by just trying to figure out. So that's why this interview was kind of cut in short. But I'm gonna invite him back, and he will be my regular podcast teacher, spiritual healer, and a spiritual teacher for my channel.
That'd be awesome. I'd love that.
So would you like to say anything to end this recording?
I'll just remind you that everything is energy, and we turn it into whatever we want. We make it whatever we want, and it's our choice, but we have to take full responsibility for what we choose and not judge it, right? There's a reason we chose it, and maybe we just make a different choice tomorrow. So I'll just leave you with that, and love everybody. And
thank you so much. It was so beautiful. It was so like life-changing to some of the people, I'm sure, about the dieting, about all that, our beliefs, and come into our own power. So we will talk maybe more about Dan's healing method, how he does, and maybe next time we will have a live session. So he will work with me, for me, and we will see how it goes. So Dan, before we hang up, is there any way like people would like to contact you for healing or having have a session? Do you have any scheduling, or are you setting up some like a website or something in the near future?
Yeah, my mom's setting up a website. She should have it done in a week or so. And
that's wonderful.
Yeah, it's called Energy, INNERGY.me, and then you could email me to a DMAR. Actually, it's DDMARCHINI@att.net.
So maybe I will post the link to the description.
Sure, and then I'll get back to you. I do usually Tuesday afternoons and Saturday and Sunday mornings sometimes, and some other days too. But
That's amazing.
still work full time, so we'll squeeze.
That is amazing, Dan. Thank you so very much, and I hope you and everybody who listened to this interview, this conversation, enjoy it fully, like as much as I did.
Yeah, looking forward to the next one.
Okay, Dan.
I'm gonna
Namaste.
stop. I'm gonna stop the recording real quick.